Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Machedo is the best.
All right. Monday, 18th September 2023. The time right now is 3:17 in the morning. I just woke up. I have really weird sleep timings. Okay. So as promised, this is the Ask Me Anything September edition 2023, where you ask me the questions, and whatever the questions are, I will answer them. Okay. As of now, I have 27 questions. If you see the screen, I'm showing you the screen. There's nothing censored here. Plus, there are 2 more questions which got sent to me. I will read them also towards the end. Timestamps will be put down below. Now, just one announcement with regards to this. There have been a couple of people who have always ask me anything questions, but I've decided to block and delete these individuals permanently. And the reason for this is the questions that they ask don't add any value. They just seem to be asking questions for the sake of asking questions. Like, for example, this young man, I've given him plenty of chances. Questions that he's asking me is like, if I pay you $1 million, what coaching would you give me? And this guy, this boy based in India, is a student. And he has sent me from the past 4 years, I think 4 years or 3 years. If I pay you $10,000, how much, what will you give me? If I pay you $15,000 during promotions, if I pay you this, if I give you $100,000, every time he'll ask me questions about my service, but he doesn't amount to anything. So I just felt that it was time that I had to block and delete him. And if he asks me a question, he'll ask me 20 questions at a time. Okay, just 20 questions at a time. And I don't want to identify him, but I've blocked him permanently from my channel. The second group of people whom I have blocked is, initially sometimes it's fun, but when you start asking questions like, how many orgasms do you give your wife per day? Or if something, sexual related to my daughter, or at some point you just feel like, why am I doing this? I mean, okay, it's sometimes it can be entertaining, fun, a witty response. I can speak about your mom, and you can speak about my wife, but then the seriousness of what I'm doing gets diluted. Okay, yes, sometimes it's good to have a little fun, but those were the questions which I also have removed. Okay, so just wanted to be very clear, because I have told you that you can ask me anything, but then I decided, ask me anything, but it should, offer some value. All right, so let's go. Timestamps are put down below. I'm just going to go straight one shot. Let's hope this comes nicely. And remember, it's at 3:20 in the morning here. Espresso without sugar. Okay, so the comments are sorted out by, I think, most popular, and then it goes all the way down. So the first question, Rona KC2, he asks, thank you for the open Q&A session, sir. I had a couple of questions. One is, how do you remain productive while avoiding burnout? Burnout is very real. By the way, burnout is very real. It's not that people don't go through burnout. It just depends on your capacity, how you handle it. I can only tell you what works for me. Whenever I do feel burnout, I switch my schedule. Like, for example, now I'm making this video at 3:20 in the morning. I actually went through a slight burnout, not much, where I was not getting ideas for the past week. So I tried making videos in the morning. I tried making videos in the afternoon. I tried meditating. I tried sleeping. Sometimes I would tell my clients, okay, let's have a session now. Let's have a session later. So I tried mixing things around. I even changed my diet. I tried a little bit of exercise, So you have to just shuffle things around and see. Maybe you need a little bit of spice. Maybe you need to just take off. I even took one day completely off, switch off, especially from social media. So you need to figure out, maybe there's something new you need to do. Maybe you need to do something less. Maybe you need to switch off. So it all depends from person to person. But remember this, when you really feel that, man, it's not coming, switch off. Because when you switch off, especially when you sleep or meditate, you reset. Okay. Second one is, how does one avoid being a pushover? Okay, by others, how does one avoid? Do nice guys really finish last? So how does one avoid being a pushover? Okay, how, or I think you're asking me, how do you avoid pushovers? People who are trying to bully you. That's what I assume that you're trying to ask me. See, if you are working for a company and you have a boss, you don't have an option. Well, you can't do anything. Or let's say, for example, you're staying in a particular environment and there is this gangster and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm just giving you fictitious examples. Or let's say, for example, you're staying in a particular family. You are in a family, joint family, and there is one person who you need, and this person always is trying to, make your life living hell. Well, you can't change other people. Only thing what you can do is you can change your mental capacity and your emotional response. I would recommend you to read Viktor Frankl, A Man's Search for Meaning. I think that's his book. This guy underwent one of the worst Nazi sufferings and treatment, where physical abuse, stripped naked, put in a gas chamber. Instead of 100 people where they could fit, they would put 500 people, all naked, women, children, everyone. And he still kept mentally cool and he didn't lose it. And how he was able to find purpose. So I think, read and research about people who have gone through worse problems than you. Then you'll realize what you're going through is not as bad. And do nice guys really finish last? Well, if you ask my opinion, that is a fact, because you can't be nice in today's world and succeed, especially when you're dealing with assholes. And there are too many assholes around. If it was a nice world, even your own family members, your wife, your children, your relatives, your boss, your colleagues, if people know that you are very nice and anything goes, they will really take advantage of you. So nice guys do finish last. That's my opinion. Okay, next one. Comey 2030. Hi, Mr. Loy, I have ADHD. See, when someone tells me I have ADHD or I have bipolar disorder or I have this, my first thing that comes to my mind is, did you diagnose this by yourself or did you go to a professional doctor? Okay, then if you tell me, no, I went to a professional doctor, then what did the doctor tell you? And if you're not happy with your doctor, don't go to one doctor, go to two doctors, go to three doctors, go take multiple opinions. Don't take one. See, just getting randomly in touch with someone without giving your background is like telling, I'm feeling feverish. Feverish, but what? What is the background? Did you go through a medical checkup? Did you get bitten by a snake, or did you eat something poisonous, or are you just having a light fever? I mean, you're asking a medical diagnosis for a person who doesn't know you. I don't know who you are, and I don't know whether you diagnosed by yourself. You just saw some YouTube, or you felt, oh, he's distracted, I'm distracted, he has ADHD, I must have ADHD. So this is a red flag when I see something like this. Okay, but anyway, I have ADHD and it's affecting my life, and part of my suffering is procrastination, perfectionism, and fear of missing out. As you know, you're having ADHD. No. See, listen, your entire logic is completely flawed. Procrastination has nothing got to do with ADHD. I'm telling you this. Procrastination has nothing got to do with ADHD. Perfectionism has nothing got to do with ADHD. Fear of missing out also has nothing got to do with ADHD. ADHD is nothing but I want attention. I'm impulsive. I do things. So you are just trying to connect things randomly out of the air, and you're trying to make sense. Oh, I'm lazy because of ADHD. Oh, I don't feel like studying because of this. Stop it. Your entire sentence construction and the logic that you've put clearly shows you're just lazy and you're giving excuses. I'm telling you, you wanted a very honest opinion. I'm telling you what I see. You have ADHD as well. So if you could make a video about this part and how you're able to deal with it and achieve your goals. Listen, it's common sense. Forget all this ADHD and all this stuff. Okay? I'm telling you, if I don't work, I don't eat food. I can't pay money for electricity. I can't feed my wife. I can't take care of my kid. I don't have a choice. When you don't have a choice and you have a gun to your head, you're not going to say, oh, I have ADHD. Oh, I can't work. Oh, I'm a perfectionist. What perfectionist? Your bloody sentence, your paragraph itself doesn't show any perfection. It doesn't show any class. The way you've constructed. So you're not a perfectionist, man. You're just flattering yourself. So what I feel is you have a personality issue with yourself. You're a lazy person. You're just giving excuses. You're just seeing something from the internet and you're convincing yourself this is what I am. I think you need to sit down with yourself and be real. Okay? And how do you deal with all the challenges that life throws at you? It's very simple. The day you're put against a wall and you know that I'll not have a job, I'll not have money, I'll not have relationship, I'll not have friends, I'll have nothing. I better work my ass off or I'm going to lose it all. Finished. You don't think ADHD, procrastinate, nothing, you just do it. Okay. So I think you need to do a little bit of soul searching, Mr. Comey 2030. Next one, mad underscore Titan Thanos. Thanos? Thanos. He's a regular contributor, so it's nice to read. Okay, thank you for doing this. Does meditation help with anxiety? 100% yes, because it's more like sleep. It just resets your complete, crazy mind. Have you tried meditation or mindfulness, sir? Yes, of course. I have done Siddha Samadhi Yoga, which I highly, highly recommend. Siddha Samadhi Yoga. There are so many apps, so many videos, even from Tim Ferriss to Andrew Huberman. You just need to sit down, give yourself a few minutes. It's all about controlling thoughts, okay? And it helps, seriously helps. There's a lot of research online. Please check it out. Even Tim Ferriss, Dr. Andrew Huberman, enough and more podcast, man. I really, and if you don't have anything else, go to Siddha Samadhi Yoga, SSY. Brilliant. I highly recommend it. It's a non-profit organization. Then says, what according to you is a good dating app? Bio apart from good pics. I don't know what is bio apart from good pics. What is a good dating app? I tried almost all the dating apps during my single days and during the time I wanted to find a wife. I tried shadi.com, bharatmatrimony.com, some European dating sites, marriage.com, relationships.com, so many. And by the way, there are some which are so-called European and all that, but they turned out to be fraud. And because they were trying to get money from me by blackmail, they said they're going to report to the police and Interpol, and I had to renew or they would put legal case on me. So be careful of all this. There are some dating apps which are fake. There are some dating apps which you don't stand a chance. Like Shadi.com, with my face, forget it. Bharat Matrimony was a total waste. All these European websites, I only got grandmothers. Tinder and all these Facebook dressing is utter rubbish. The only thing that worked for me was the Thai Cupid dating app, and that's what I found my app. So this was, I think, 5-6 years ago. I'm out of the dating scene, so I really don't know. Okay, hope this helped. Let me drink one sip of coffee. Mehdi Malam 6100. Hi Loy, as usual, a quick question. Your thoughts about the Filipino community in Dubai versus the Bharatian community. What is a Bharatian community? India? An Indian community? Even though no Dubai is without Bharat and Persia. First and foremost, why are you calling the Indian community Bharatian community? Is it because of the just that G20 summit? Okay, what are my thoughts of the Filipino community? They're just communities, man. But I see a lot more unity in the Filipino community than the Indian community. Yes, there are plenty of Filipino and Indian communities, but the Filipino community, they are very much into sports. They're very much into trying to help their people. I guess the only problem over there is more of only Filipinos can get along with each other, and there's a lot of gossiping going on, and a lot of showing off, and a lot of fun and enjoyment. That's as far as I can put. The Indian community, on the other hand, is very clannish. I think North Indian, South Indian, so it's broken up into all this, and they are slightly more conservative, gossipy as usual, but it's more focused on money and power play and showing off. I've checked both. For me, my personality, I was more comfortable with the Filipino community, but from afar, I didn't like to get involved with too much. But either way, both the communities, you have to give a lot of time, money, effort. And listen, if you're a Filipino, the Filipino community is good for you. If you are an Indian, then the Indian community. But in Indian community, there are quite a number of uh, subdivided Sikh community, Malayali community, and there's too much of politics here, especially in the Indian community. Too much of politics. I'm comfortable not being in either of them. Okay, thanks. And one last one. Why do people address you as boss or sir? Is it a caste thing in Bharat? Take care. Um, for a random person like you, I don't know you, you don't know me. I don't care what you call me. Okay, if you're my client, and let's say, for example, you are a well-paying client. I don't care what you call me. You have enough and more money. Okay, you're paying me top dollar. I have customers and clients who pay me 3 to 4 times more than a normal average person. I don't care what you call me. You're giving me good money, but respect is paramount. But then I have these students and youngsters who need me as a coach, as a guide, as a guru, as an elder brother kind of the thing. And they are very immature. Those individuals definitely have to give me the respect of calling me, like how if I go to someone and I look at them for their wisdom, for their experience, and I'm learning from them, they are my teacher, they're my sir, they're my guru. So I have to give them that respect. But just casual conversations, I don't give a damn. You can be anyone. And but I'm very particular, especially with the youngsters. I do not like uh, this is my preference. Before I never cared a damn. But today, because social media is so accessible, having a college student or school boy or girl, a dude, a bro, a dog, and then they want advice, then they want guidance. I'm sorry, if you need advice, guidance, like in the real world, a very simple common sense. In the real world, you call your mother what? You call her, hey, babes. You call your father what? A dog. If you have your teachers, do you call them, if his name is Alan, do you call him, hey, Alan, listen, I need help with my assignment? You say, sir, you say, madam. So when you give respect to elders in the real world, why suddenly do you have to change in the virtual world? That's my logic. So I just believe that today the online virtual world is become very synonymous with the real world, and how you present yourself in the real world, do the same. Don't, like, in the real world you're just a laborer, you're a cleaner, you're a receptionist, you're a low life, you're a student, you're a small thing, but online you're trying to behave like you are some CEO or some multi-billionaire or successful guy, or you're trying to prove that you're equal. Like, just imagine a 12-year-old boy. Do you think he can just, if he sees a group of adults, 40, 50-year-old businessmen standing there, can he just barge in and start blabbering and talking? But here on social media and WhatsApp groups, you have business people or business groups, and you get this small little piddly guy who who lives on the favors of mom and dad, his roommates, and then trying to act smart. I have even 18-year-olds in my group who will tell you about India's policy, the World Economic Forum, what the future of AI, everything they are an expert on. But if you ask them, what are you doing? What are your studies? They don't want to talk. They're very uncomfortable because they don't have any experience. So I'm very particular. Respect is paramount. And if I give respect, I expect respect. And if you want favors from me, you want my advice, you want me to take the role of being a teacher, coach, you have to give the respect accordingly. Otherwise, pay 4 to 5 times more money. I won't give a damn what you call me. Just call me Loy. Respect should be there. That is, you can't call me a bastard just because you pay me more money. There are people who pay me $1,000 an hour, $1,000 plus an hour. I don't care. You can call me Loy. You're paying me what I want. If you don't have the money, then it's a different thing. Hope that answers your question, Mr. Mehdi, Malam, Bharatiya, individual, whatever. Why do you say Bharatiya, man? Next one, Father Brown, Y2K. As I learned earlier today, how do you deal with stalkers or psychos? Very simple, block and delete. You can't change them. I just block and delete. That's how I do it. Have you had one turn up in real life? Yes, I've had some who are very bold, who don't know what is being a stalker, but they think they are being a fan. I just contact the police, and here the police, they take it very seriously, especially the tourist police, and you'll be bundled up and you'll be deported. Okay, that's as simple as that. That's why I live away from the mainland. Next one, Mr. Kevin Clark 3591. Okay, let me scroll a little up. Mr. Kevin Clark 3591. Are 2-page resumes a better idea since ATS will have more keywords and can rank the resume higher? Okay, let me just give you the full form. ATS, Advanced Tracking System. ATS and resume. I forgot the full form here. Applicant Tracking System. Yes, Applicant Tracking System. See, here's the thing. Are you at a C plus level? Are you at a CEO level? Are you at a director level? Are you at a senior managerial level? If you're not at that level, at such a high, or your profile is not highly competitive at the topmost level, does it really matter? Like, just imagine you're a student. For example, you're a student, or you're a junior who's getting less than $1,000 a month. What the hell will ATS help you, man? You're wasting your time. And do you have sufficient experience or worthwhile content to even fill half a page? Most of the resumes that I've been working over the past 20, 25 years, when I break down the resume, it can be 1 page, it can be 2 page. I can assure you this. There have been 5-page resumes where after I've broken it down while having a face-to-face, it has come to maybe 5 lines or 6 lines. And I'm having a conversation with them and they realize, sheesh, man, I've put all garbage, rubbish. Most of them just put words. And most of them just put information that they saw on the internet, or they thought or they assumed, oh, this was very nice. People should know this. And then when I question them, they realize, sheesh, man, I'm wasting my time. So it doesn't matter 1 page, doesn't matter 2 page, doesn't matter 3 page. The question is, are you putting the information that the decision maker wants and is interested? That's number one. Second, does it add value? The 3 I's: intrigue, interest, information. Is it so good that the person takes the phone to call you for an interview? If that doesn't happen, then it's a waste. And the more longer you go, the more you waste time and people lose interest. That's why short, sweet, to the point, get the ball rolling, get action. So that's how. And forget ATS and all that if you're at a junior level, man. So are 2 pages a better idea? It all depends on your profile. It all depends. Can you squeeze the information in 1 page? Then why do you need 2 page? And sometimes some people just put design and all these ratings and all these words in one page. It doesn't make any bloody sense here. And can you rank the resume higher? What rank a resume higher? Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is trying the software, is trying ATS, is trying all this ala gula bullshit online. Your resume is out of 5,000 resumes. Where do you think your resume will bloody rank here? Come on. People think they can fool the system. You can't fool the system. I just tell people, think you're standing with a guy at a bar drinking a scotch and you're talking. What are you going to tell him about you? Simple common sense, right? So that's what I bring into a resume. Hope that answers your question. Okay, let me drink a sip. Okay, next one. Satish Raghavan 8690. Thanks for the opportunity, sir, Mr. Loy. And the question is 1. How severe is your mental stress and depression when you realize that you are surviving today on YouTube views, which pay you like $20 a day peanuts, compared to your golden days in Dubai, when you used to earn higher dollar payments for attending shows, etc.? There is no mental stress related to YouTube views. I don't know what gave you that impression, but there's always been if your question is about stress, I'm always under stress. And that is a good thing for me, is because if there was no stress, I would be lazy. So I'm a type of guy. Stress is actually good for me. For some people, if they are relaxed, it's good. For some people, if they are stressed and they have target, it's good. For me, stress is good. Depression is when things are totally out of your control, when nothing is working out well, when your health is failing you, when relationships are failing you, everything has collapsed. That's when you get depressed. So the only time I can think of getting depressed was 2011. When I lost my money, I lost my career, my suicide video. That was the only time I got depressed. The only other time, if I can recollect about depression right now, is just maybe just a mood swing, man. I've not got depressed. And I'm not mentally stressed or depressed for YouTube views because I never depended on it. Okay. Now, you're talking of the golden days in Dubai when I was earning higher. In Dubai, I was earning, let's say I was earning 10,000, but I was spending 9,800. So I was enjoying life. I was not saving anything, and I was an idiot. There was no maturity. So and one more thing is, I don't compare Dubai days to today. In fact, if you ask me, today I'm a much more mature, level-headed person who is earning less, but my expenses have reduced by 80%. Okay. So if you ask me, earning more, spending more, and having only 2% savings, while earning less, spending less, and saving 50%, I prefer the latter. So there's no mental stress related to YouTube earnings. Even if YouTube tomorrow tells me we are going to pay you $1 a day, doesn't matter, because for me, my core, the money that I get is from coaching and consulting, resume rebranding, placing people for well-placed jobs, training. So that's my bread and butter. YouTube is hardly 1% of my earnings or 5%. Okay, it just, whatever they give me, I'm grateful. That's what I want you to know. Okay, how do you overcome this mental challenge? There's no mental challenge here. The only challenge that I do face is how to improve and become better every single day. Okay, next one. My second question is, if you go back in time during your days in Dubai, okay, would you still commit the same fraud charges you did, issuing fake degree certificate, which got you deported from Dubai? A couple of mistakes that you've made in this question, or assumptions. If you go back in time, would you commit the same fraud charges? I did not commit any fraud charges. I think this is where you're mistaken. I did not commit any fraud charges because I didn't. You're saying that issuing fake certificates. I never issued any. It was that company that issued fake degree certificates. I was just working for them, and my role was to train salespeople in sales skills, how to get new customers through sales techniques like close of sale, how to improve communication skills, how to present yourself, how to dress, how to interact with people. So that was my role. So there was nothing fraud about my role. The fraud charges that he was doing. The only reason I decided to leave the company was because he was taking my signature on every single document, every single communication, every single training. And one of the senior employees there, he said, "You're signing so many documents. He can forge your signature on another document and claim that you are aware of this." So that's what made me afraid. Okay. And what got me deported from Dubai? See, here's also another thing. The deported from Dubai is I resigned from the company. Okay, I resigned from the company. I was under free zone visa. You can do this research and so that you know whether I'm speaking right or wrong. If you're on a free zone visa and you're trying to cancel, both parties have to mutually agree. So after he gave me the money that was due to me, there he didn't cheat me. After he gave me the money that was due to me, I signed, fine, perfect. He also signed. But because there was a lot of bad blood, we had a lot of ego issues between us, and I was stupid. I should have just been humble. After I left UAE, means he canceled my visa out. He put false charges in immigration labor so that I couldn't come back. Okay, because obviously, emotionally, we both are hurt and everything. But because there were false charges, and because I had contacts and connections in UAE, I was able to remove those false charges. I don't know what charges he put. He just put like fighting with the boss or trying to cheat the company of money. I don't know what the charges were specifically, but whatever they were, they put me in a category where they couldn't issue a visa for me. They got removed in just hardly, not even 24 hours, hardly a few hours. So, uh, so I'm just being clear about this. And the problem is people have so many versions of this. It becomes very hard to speak to each and every individual and tell them, see, listen, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. And over the past 5 or 6 years that I let people know about the working for this fake degree certificate, this company that I got falsely deported, which got removed within a few days. People have put their masala and people have added new stories that I've just got fed up. I mean, how many times can you repeat the same story over and over again? So, like, for example, now after 6 years, again, you're asking me, and that also you're asking me the wrong question, which has been framed wrongly with the wrong assumptions. So, anyway, if I answering question, if I could go back in time, the question should be if I could go back in time, would I still work for that guy? The sensible answer would be no, you should not work for that guy. But given my circumstances of finance that I was and the money that he was offering me, he offered me that time 15,000 dirham salary plus 3-bedroom villa plus servants plus a fully paid like Range Rover car plus anytime you want you can come to the office or not plus remote working, which was not even a thing that time. So many plus your own visa and this and that. I given my situation, that was too good to be true. So it's like me telling you, I'll pay you $1 million. Just work for me for a month. Almost everyone would have said yes. So if I could go back in time, I would have done it. I would have said yes again. Uh, uh, like training. We are talking, I'm being very clear here. Training, teaching, sales. Okay. And branding of whatever the companies or whatever that he created. The only difference would be I would be more humble. And I would, if I had to break up, I would break up very amicably. So because the package that he offered was unbelievably good. Okay. My last question, as you mentioned before, let me sip. Before that, you married your Thai wife because you wanted to settle down in Thailand through marriage visa. Trying to recollect, where did I mention that I married a Thai woman for a Thai visa? I married a Thai woman in Thailand I wanted them to be part of the local culture, because if, for example, if I were to marry a Filipino in Thailand, then she needs a visa. So, and then she cannot stay here. Okay. So I didn't marry a Thai woman for a Thai visa, just to be clear with you. Um, I don't know from where this story also came up. Okay. Anyway, um, and never wanted to go back to India. Yeah, I never wanted to go back to India. That's a different thing. But I didn't get married to a Thai woman to get a Thai marriage visa. I'm still on a business visa. I'm not on a Thai marriage visa. Okay. After you're kicked from Dubai. See, here's another mistake. I was never kicked out from Dubai. I cancelled the visa. I agreed to cancel the visa. And after I canceled the visa, within a month, I came back. I left Dubai. Nobody kicked me out of Dubai. I left Dubai on my terms. So, and I chose which country I wanted to go to. India, Thailand, I even considered Philippines. So, I never got kicked out from Dubai. I left Dubai. Okay. Did you become a Thai national? You can't become a Thai national. Any nationality, anyone, you cannot become a Thai citizen. Yes, there are cases of people who have become Thai citizens after staying here for 36 years. There are very extreme requirements. Everything from learning Thai as a language to knowing the Thai history, national anthem, all those other things. But you need to have records. It's very, very tough. And just imagine, out of staying here in Thailand 6 years and checking the data online, I just found only two people all these years whom I know are Thai nationals. Okay. And if not, how long you need to stay married before you earn Thai nationality? You cannot earn Thai nationality. It's an impossible. It's like a lottery ticket. You cannot get it. And if you do want to get it, everything has to be in place in terms of finances, in terms of documentation, in terms of language, in terms of knowledge of the culture, in terms of reading, writing. There are too many requirements. And for me personally, I just feel if you have enough and more money, you can stay anywhere in the world. So that makes it much more easier. So thank you, sir, Mr. Loy. You're welcome. I hope that answers your question. Okay, quite intense, huh? Quite a number of questions he had. And I don't think that sir comes from the heart. Anyway, next one is Xi Jinping 9437. Loy, sir, what are the skills other than working in corporate world as a young 22-year-old guy can learn? That's a very vast question. That's a very open-ended question. What are the skills? I do not know your personality. I do not know your skill level. I do not know. It's very hard to answer. Is learning international language like French and Spanish worth it? I'm working in IT, but along my job, I want to learn more skills. Can you suggest something, other skills that I can work on in my field of occupation that I'm in? So you're in IT. IT is the most unpredictable career path. It changes every few months. If you were to ask me what skill you should learn, I would say learn the skill of managing money, of being able to communicate as a businessman. If you work as an IT guy, you earn a very limited salary and there is a ceiling. But if you work as a businessman who is providing a service, having employees under him, you learn much more. Case in point, I personally know this guy from very many years when I was in Dubai. When he started his career and when he was working, even as a senior manager, I think he was making $2,000, which was quite a good amount those days. You're talking of 15, 16 years ago, $2,000 a month. But once he started his own business, I think he was earning 10 to 15 times more. So before he was earning $2,000 a month, he started earning $25,000, $30,000 a month. Obviously, stress was different. The challenges were different. And he was working like before he was only working 8 hours and stop. Here he was working 24/7, but he was very, very happy. So if you ask me, the one skill that I would recommend for you is learn business. Okay, next one. Flames Love 6438. Hello, Loy. Hello. Let me drink a little water. Hope you're doing well. I'm okay. I have a question. I've seen so many job posts about real estate agencies hiring left, right, and center. As I can see online, that the real estate agencies are now opening their branches in Dubai. Okay, so what is your question? I've seen so many posts. Yeah, there are so many posts because they hire and they fire very easily. And it's a very volatile job post. If you do not achieve your targets within 3 months of joining, most of the companies terminate you and they don't pay you your salary, they just pay you commission. Your performance is based only, your salary is based on purely on performance. So you can wear a suit and tie and go to the office and they're not going to give you any salary. They'll give you a business card, they'll give you everything. You will be busy marketing the company. But if you don't get any customer or client, day one, week one, month what, at some point you have expenses. And at some point they'll tell you, man, you have worked for us for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, no results. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. You can continue marketing for us, but we are not going to pay you anything. So that's why they have so many job posts, because it's like, it's not feasible for people. And remember this, it's so competitive. It's as ugly as insurance. Okay. And remember this, why should someone come to you when they can go online and get all that information? So very tough, this thing. So there are plenty of job vacancies, but what they are not sharing with you is the number of terminations and number of people who resign. Okay. Mr. Unknown, 19978. Best books you have ever read? Very simple. Just go to Google search and type Loy Machedo 100 books recommendation. You'll get all of them. See, your question is also very vague because it can be psychology, it can be uh, about atheism, it can be about influence. Just type Loy Machedo 100 recommended books. You'll get my articles. Whether it's Richard Dawkins, whether it's Sirkin Robinson, whether it is Thinking Fast, Thinking Slow, books on psychology, you'll get the entire list of top 100 books. Okay, next one. That's my wish 3783. How to move forward in life when losing confidence? Well, obviously, you can't move forward in life if you don't have confidence, if you don't believe in yourself. So the first thing is confidence. And how do you gain confidence? I mean, you should believe in yourself. Nobody's going to believe in you for you. Okay. And if you don't have any confidence, I mean, what are you doing, man? So I'm not asking you to be the alpha male and shout at the world. Just believe that you can do a particular task. Like, for example, if I ask you, can you wash your clothes? You'll say yes. If I ask you, can you go and deliver this to the supermarket? You'll say yes. So simple tasks, you do have the confidence. Just figure out which are the tasks which are very important, where you need confidence and you don't have it, and ask someone to help you. So take one thing at a time. That's all I suggest. Okay. Second is friends, love, job, passion, money, its relevance. You're trying to juggle too many things. I think if your first question is about moving forward in life, first is you focus on your job, focus on your earnings. All this friends, love, and passion and all that, that is later. First, focus on earning, focus on getting a job and earning money and saving. Confidence will come automatically. Next one. This particular question, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll just show you a screen grab. And the reason for this is this gentleman, Mr. Joman Raddy 3376, is just rambling. His entire question, which I read before, is he joined a company, but the people who joined after him are getting promotion. He's not getting promotion. Now, there are a couple of observations that I have. Number one is you have plenty of spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes, your inability to formulate your thoughts within a few lines. You're just rambling. That shows your communication skills is very poor. And you seem to be a very reactive person where you're blaming society, you're blaming the corporate world, you're blaming everyone else other than yourself for not getting a promotion. I think the problem lies with you, your attitude, your thinking, your personality, because you're just blaming the whole world except you. I think you really need to sit down with somebody, mentor, senior person, someone who can hold you accountable, and for you to look within yourself and start improvement from yourself. Listen, racism will always be there, sexism, favoritism, vasta, as you put it. They will always take smarter people, young. They'll always remain. Take charge of your life. Even today, I can say, oh, I'm tattooed, so I don't get anyone. Oh, I'm an Indian passport holder. I don't have any opportunity. Oh, I'm on YouTube and they have demonetized. I can focus on all the negative things. Rather, I focus on what I can do. Okay, like the prayer of serenity. Just Google search. Focus on what you can change. And please avoid blaming the whole world. And for goodness sake, I mean, what is the spelling of opportunity? APPROTUNITY. I mean, who will take you seriously if you don't even know how to spell properly, man? I feel the problem is you. I don't feel the problem is anybody else. And you want my opinion? I'm giving it to you. Next one, JeevanKoshyJKK. Hi, boss Lloyd. Hello. What if you get an email mentioning that an offer letter will come within a week's time, but then after a week, no offer letter? Is this normal? Yeah, of course it's normal. That means you're not good enough. It's like a girl tells you, I'll call you, but she never calls you. Why? Because she has found someone better. It's as simple as that, man. What is the maximum time to wait for an offer letter? Okay. If someone tells you that they'll send you an offer letter within a week, wait for a week. If it doesn't come, send them a request reminder or send them a gentle reminder or just send them whoever. Let's say, for example, you spoke to Shirley. Shirley said, by next week, you'll get an offer letter. If it doesn't come, contact Shirley. Hi, Shirley. This is Machedo. This is JeevanKoshy. I wanted to follow up with regards to the offer letter, which they stated I would receive it last week. I've not received anything. I just wanted to ask you, should I be waiting for next week? What is the deadline? And give me a date. See, remember this one. Give me a date after which, if I don't hear anything from you, I know the answer is a straight away no. Give me a specific date. Is it the 15th? If I don't receive anything by 15th, so that I know that, okay, fine, they've moved on. So find out, be specific, nothing to be nervous. And remember, if they don't get back to you, means they have found a better candidate or they have realized you're not as good as they thought you were. You move on, man. This is normal during job search. Next one, Anis Ahmed 2296. Thoughts on intermittent fasting from personal experience. One of the best discoveries I've ever had. Highly, highly recommended. The best solution to control insulin, sugar, blood pressure, being sluggish, lethargic, fat, uncomfortable. Highly recommend intermittent fasting. I would suggest to anybody. I wish I had discovered this when I was young, and I wish I knew how to do it properly. I've put a couple of videos you can check. Just Google search Loy Machedo intermittent fasting. You'll get all of them. I don't want to repeat it. But highly recommend. Highly recommend. One of the best. I'm doing it now. My wife is doing it. And now even her relatives have started to, before they were laughing at me, but now everyone's doing it. My wife lost 6 kilos without any exercise. Okay. So intermittent fasting is the best. Just Google search. Next one is Nandini _Gaj Rani. How do you manage to stand out? Look at me. I stand out, right? Tattoos. How do you stand out? So I'm not saying obviously you shouldn't tattoo yourself, but how do you stand out is every individual is different. Every individual is special. You don't need to tattoo yourself in order to stand out, but you, in this competitive world, you must have a unique dress sense, behavior, mannerisms, style. Like, for example, some girls can do it much more easier than boys. Girls can wear red, pink, black, blue. Men can't dabble with these colors. So you can have with your dress sense. You can have with your, hairstyle, with your jewelry, with your appearance. So appearance is one. Second one is mannerisms. Focus on communication. But the most important is skill level. For that, you need to educate yourself. You need to learn, and you need to be a professional. And how do you ensure all this is noticed? You have to constantly make sure the decision makers who are there, they notice you. For that, you need to network. For that, you need to meet new people. For that, you need to get out of that area that you're in. Because maybe you're staying in one part of India and it's very limited. Go to different other parts of India. So the more people who know you, the better opportunities. Like, for example, me today, the whole world has access to me and I have access to the whole world. Before, I was only in Dubai. Now more people know me. So it's much better now. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. And you need to be consistent every single day in marketing and selling yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. Next one, at the rate D.S.4408. Which type of people do you trust? People who are close to me, people who I interact with every single day, people whom I have financial transactions with, or people who have some kind of transactions with and who prove themselves every single day. Or I can say some parameters you set for friends. I just believe that you need to prove yourself every single day. I tell the same thing with my wife, with myself. I have to prove myself every single day. And trust, but verify. Don't just blindly trust them. Oh, Loy, like you give them $1,000 and they give you change. Yeah, you can say, I trust you, and don't count. No, you must count, check the receipt. So you trust the person. That's why you give the 1,000, but you verify. So that is why you need to be smart. Next one, cupidpuneet. This is another question I couldn't understand what he's typing. I'll just read out to you. Hi, I may be late, heard from someone, books to read, a musical instrument to play, a sport which one can play, and if more things to do, learn so that a person does not require human being or company as a friend. Hope the question is clear. No, I'm sorry. I don't know what you wrote. I'm assuming, okay, and kindly correct and make additions if required. Thanks. I think what you need to do is write down shorter sentences, like small sentences, because you're not making sense. I don't know if you're asking me, I'm assuming you're asking me, what are the books to read, or should you read books, or should you play a musical instrument, or should you take up a hobby? Basically, I think what you're trying to ask me is, what hobby should I pursue where I don't need another human being? There are plenty of hobbies you can pursue. Whether it's fishing, you don't need anyone. If it's online gaming, you don't need anyone. Reading a book, you do not need anyone. So find out what makes you happy. There are plenty. It's never ending. I mean, if you do exercise, stretching, you don't need somebody. If you go to the gym all by yourself, you don't need anyone. So figure out what you enjoy. And yeah, you really need to figure out how to communicate in simple sentences what you're trying to say, because I really don't know what you're trying to ask me. Okay. Next one, Jamal Kona 208. Hi, sir. My question is, what type of a man you and your wife are looking for as a husband for your daughter? Please choose the following. Okay. Let's see what are his choices. A, successful pilot, medical doctor, engineer, etc. with six-figure income with Western passport. Example is Loy Machedo's Canadian bro. B, an uneducated Indian YouTuber with no valid education who earns 1K per month from YouTube views and donations. Example is Loy Machedo. C, a multimillionaire Thai businessman that is very stingy. Okay. Couple of things. First and foremost is, I'm not going to select, neither me nor my wife is going to select a boy or a husband for my daughter. I think my daughter is very capable of selecting who she wants. The upbringing that me and my wife will give her will ensure that she is very independent and level-headed to choose whomsoever she likes. However, let's assume she takes a drug addict, or she takes a mafia gangster. I'm just giving an extreme example. Or she takes someone who me and my wife know is very dangerous for our well-being, then and only then we will intervene, but we'll have to take it in a very intelligent manner. So first and foremost, me and my wife are not, this is a very typical Indian mentality or Eastern mentality where we will select a boy for you and you'll marry that boy. So I just want you to understand, neither me nor my wife will select a man or boy for my daughter. And in fact, here's a better question. How do you know my daughter would like a boy? Maybe she would be a lesbian. Maybe she would like a female. Maybe she would like to be single. So that's one. Okay. So first is, we are not going to select boy. She's going to select it by herself. We'll make sure that she is independent enough to choose whom she wants. Second one is, why man? Maybe she'll prefer a female. Okay. That's second. Third one, if we had to choose, I'm just playing along. If I had A, B, or C, okay? Your question itself has many problems. A successful pilot, medical doctor, engineer with six-figure income with Western passport, for example, Machedo is Canadian, bro. My step brother or half brother is not a pilot, although he's still pursuing his pilot license now. He's going to be 40. He's still pursuing that. I don't know, as a hobby or what. But he's not a pilot. He cannot drive a commercial plane. He can drive for private purposes. So he's not a successful pilot. He's not a medical doctor. He's not an engineer. So he's neither of the three. He's just a normal guy. He's just a normal, like sales, customer service, whatever. And he's good at that. Second one is, he doesn't earn six-figure income. I don't know what gave you that idea he earns six-figure income. Maybe I might have said he's successful, but so by my definition, so he's happily married with his wife. I do not know how much he is earning, but I know for a fact he's not earning six-figure income. The only thing that is right with the whole sentence is, Western passport, yes, he's a Canadian citizen. Okay. So that's the first one. So if in case, if I go with facts, which everything is wrong what you assumed, okay, first I'll go with facts and then I'll go with fiction. So number one, that is a fact. The second one is, uneducated Indian YouTuber, that is me, yes. No valid education, that is yes. Earns 1K a month, yes. From YouTube views, no. I don't earn 1K from YouTube views. And donations, I don't earn any money from donations. Okay. Whatever the people send, I don't even check. Whatever's $5,000, $500, $1, whatever. It's like in a year, maybe one time. So I don't earn from YouTube. I earn by consulting. So just to correct. So I'm giving you facts first. And third one is a multi-millionaire Thai businessman who's very stingy. So if I had to choose between, if I had to choose between Western passport, second one is uh, immigrant, an expat like me who's earning, and a multi-millionaire, I would have gone for the multi-millionaire Thai businessman. Because even if it's stingy, like as you put, I think she would be much more happier because he offers financial stability. And most of the successful multimillionaires are stingy. So I would choose the third one. Let's assume, so this was factual. But on the other hand, if I go as per your assumption that my brother is a successful pilot, medical doctor, six-figure income, Western passport. Second one is the YouTuber who's earning money through YouTube. And third one, multimillionaire. There again, I would choose a Thai businessman. Why? Because my daughter is Thai. She is brought up in a Thai culture and she speaks the Thai language and she has Thai relatives. So in both the cases, I would choose a Thai multimillionaire businessman. I hope this answers your question. And like I said, me and my wife are now going to select a boy for my daughter. Whether he's a multi-billionaire, whether he's a guy who's just a Muay Thai fighter and earning less than maybe $100 a month. We are going to choose. She's going to choose. And how do you know she's going to choose a man? Maybe she'll choose a girl. So come on. Next one. Chandra Bhan underscore Bind. Was the Apollo 11 mission during which US astronauts landed on the moon real or fake? I believe it was real. I don't think it's fake because if you see the CGI today, and if Apollo 11 during the 1960s was fake and that was CGI, man, today we are so advanced, but we can't match that. So for me, it is very real. I'm not very much into this conspiracy theory bullshit. Okay. In the animation world, 7156, did you suffer in getting clients? Because I've seen your charges are very high. Did I suffer? I didn't suffer, but it was not easy to get clients. And do I charge more because I suffer? No, it doesn't make any sense. See, if I'm still suffering to get clients, then I'll make my prices very low because that means nobody wants my service. But because there is a demand for my service and I target people who have money, and this rate I'm still getting people, that's why my charges are high. And you may feel my charges are high, maybe because like your title suggests Hindi animation, you're from India. So for you, the charges may be high, but for the Middle East and the Western markets, my charges are very, I wouldn't say cheap, but they are at a very affordable price for people who I'm targeting. Okay, I have a target market. It's not students, it's not people who are junior level, it's at middle and above. There are juniors, there are students who take my service. And if they do, I make sure that I give them exceptional service because they are going with a leap of faith. I want to do a good job. Next one, Nandini underscore Gajrani. How to decide what to share with whom? Experience, common sense, and a bit of caution. I, for example, never share anything that I feel, if I was betrayed, would be used against me or destroy my life. So if you can't keep what is important to you secret, why should someone else keep? That's my logic. Last two questions. At the rate Ayush Sharma dash RE3FC, where do you reside? Loy Machedo, Koh Samui. I don't know why is that even a question. Last question. Babita Pandhare 1889. How to get a good salary and job? Where do you come out with these questions? How do you get a good salary and job? I would just say get yourself a mentor and evaluate your profile, find out what you're good at, and target getting 10% more than what you're earning. That's the first step. So it's an ongoing process of offering more value to the person who employs you. If you offer more value, he will give you more money. Sorry, I forgot. Last two questions which were sent. I copy pasted this from the email and they didn't want their identities. So I've not taken their email. These are the last two questions. First one. Hi, Mr. Loy. Good evening, sir. As a topic, can you please talk about how Indian men can improve their communication skills and relationships? Without good communication, there is no relationship here in the West USA. And I notice a lot of men lack communication, even show empathy and vulnerability is difficult for them. Or is this too much to ask because of certain values that have been ingrained in them to make them believe that Indian men should not show their thoughts and feelings? Okay. Instead of focusing on Indian men, how Indian men can improve their communication skills, I would rather ask you how, you need to focus on you and your communications. Don't focus on the whole world. Focus on you. So if your communication skills are not good in relationships, so relationships is one to another person. So if your communication skills are not good, I would say start focusing on you first. So how can you focus? Join clubs like Toastmasters International, which is a non-profit organization that helps people gain confidence in written and verbal communication and how to speak. Then the second one is join groups of friends which are not foreigners or this thing, just normally, your friends, your guy friends. Talk to them. and improve on with them. Then go to larger groups where there are girls and guys, and then go volunteering. If you keep joining volunteering groups, organizations, and you'll slowly improve. And if you are very adamant about improving your communication skills with relationships, then take a coach or take a relationship coach or take a mentor and then laser focus on improve on this, because that's the only way you're going to improve a skill. Remember, a skill can be improved only if you dedicate time, effort, money, and expertise into it. Otherwise, it's not going to improve. And listen, you can think of all the, oh, here in the West, the values are different, or is this an Indian thing? Forget all that. Just focus on you. Keep it simple. You want to improve? If you have the money, the best and easiest way, get yourself a mentor or relationship coach, and he will give you a protocol or program and a workable solution. If you don't have the money, go join Toastmasters International, join volunteering organization, and join groups of friends, and that's how you improve. So I hope this answers your question. Next one, this gentleman says how to make a rapport, how to develop a rapport, how to deal with insiders of every industry. It's very simple. You're dealing with human beings. If I were to turn the question on its head and say, how can someone improve their rapport with you? You would say, for example, I'm asking you, how can someone get close to you? You would say, if someone has to get close to me, I'm just assuming, you would say, yeah, he has to earn my trust. He has to be a good friend. He and I should share common interest. We have to spend time together. The same rules that you have, if someone wants to get close to you, is the same rules you have to incorporate if you want to get close to someone else. And this rapport building techniques that people say, mirror their image, move forward, move backward, and all that, those are gimmicks. Yes, they do have a certain degree of truth in it, like a person who talks less or talks slow would like someone who talks less and talks slow. Yes, they're there, but without that level of maturity, it's not going to work. It's just going to be like you're trying advanced level techniques without knowing yourself. So, how to develop rapport with insiders of every industry? Understand that you're dealing with a human being. So, just as what rules you would have if someone wants to get close to you would be the same rules they would want: trust, time, common interest, likability, those factors. How to figure out if they are insiders? How to figure out that? You need to ask and do your homework and groundwork. Okay. Nobody is going to tell you, hey, I'm an insider of the company, so they remain hidden. But I can definitely tell you this: whoever is a decision maker, a boss, the guy he spends the maximum time with is always the insider. And what makes them maintain an extreme code of silence? Well, maturity. If a person had a big mouth and going around blabbering to everyone, I know the secrets, I'm insider, nobody wants to deal. That's why as you go higher and higher up the corporate ladder, people maintain a strict code of secrecy. Others, you lose your job and you're blacklisted from the industry. You know how to cook? I would just say the basic stuff. I can look at a recipe and try something. And though I might succeed in making the dish, I'm pretty sure it'll not be very tasty. What dishes can you cook beside coca noodles? Just random stuff, yeah. Just maybe chicken fry, fish fry, frying an egg. So, and how to figure out how to earn 5 to 6 figures per month in USD while living in any developing Asian country. I would say instead of focusing on 5-figure and 6-figure, first is, can you pay your bills? Can you pay electricity, water, food? First is you focus on the basic expense. If you can achieve that, let's say $1,000 is your expense. If you can generate $1,000 consistently, month after month, the next question is, how can I earn $1,200? So 200 would be savings. Then once you achieve that, figure out 1,400, 600, 800, 2,000. Don't straight away go to 5 figures, 7 figure, 8 figure when you can't take care of your expense. And whether it's a developed country or developing country, it's very simple. If you're offering a service, There should be a market that's interested in your service. If nobody's interested in it, let's say you're going to teach Chinese, but nobody wants to learn Chinese, then what do you do? So then your service and your skill is useless. So figure out what the market wants, figure out how you can get to them, and figure out how you can give them something of value that they will say yes to you. So I hope this answers your question. So having said that, guys, I think time right now is 4:27. So I started at 3. So 1.5 hour. I hope I've answered all the questions. So this was the Ask Me Anything September 2023 issue. Good, bad, ugly. Feel free, comment down below. And like I said, this Ask Me Anything doesn't bring me very many views, but I do it because I want to give back to the community and show my support. So yeah, if you'd like to support my channel, you know what to do. And feel free, put your thoughts. It's me signing off. And yes, timestamps for everything. Take care. Bye.